Nice.
Mr. Williams, would
See.
you mind if I listened to music while I did this?
This is actually going to be a recording one, or a speaking one.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's a new one, so.
That's cool.
Thank you. So otherwise, so we're not going to do the normal questions of the day. I am actually going to read one of these guys to you. I'm going to take a picture of it really quick. But otherwise, today is going to be all in the target language. We're going to do a full day of Spanish time after our do now. But our do now, so we've got a new do now sheet, right? We titled it Semester 2, Week 4. Your I can statement today is yo puedo compartir y defender mis opiniones. I can move this down so that you all can see it. So yo puedo, right? I can. Compartir, it's a vocab word from last week. Do you guys remember it? See, Ricardo?
Share?
To share, right? I can share. Y defender, it's a cognate, so it sounds just like it sounds in English. Yeah, Evan. Defend, right? Defend my opinion. So what we're building towards, right, is everything that we've done last week, where we worked on adjectives and we worked on the verb ser, right, to be able to describe things. And we also said gustar. So like I like or encantar is to love, right? So now we can say like I love things or I like things, and then we can also say why, right? So now we can ask why do you like things or why do you not like things? So we can say I like school because it is fun, right? Or I don't like school because it is not fun, right? So basically we're building towards being able to share our own opinions and talk about things like why we like them. So your do now, I'm going to read you a sentence. I'm going to read it to you twice, and I want you to type down as much of it in Spanish as you can. And then after that, try to translate it into English. All right? Sound good? All right, so I'm going to read it off. Yeah. Silas, you have a question?
No, that's not.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I've got it right here. So are y'all ready to type? Cool. So, a ustedes no les gusta comer las verduras porque no son sabrosas.
Is that okay with like just one word or?
One word. Porque.
What was the last bit?
I'll read it again for you. So this is the second time through the sentence. So, a ustedes no les gusta comer las verduras porque, right, the one word porque, no son muy sabrosas. No son muy sabrosas. So now don't go to Translate, don't go to Google Translate. If you bump into words that you can't figure out, go to sabrosas. Go to your vocab list from last week. That should have anything that you need. And so go ahead, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to translate that guy into English.
Okay. Well, do we translate them like into English on the do now?
Yeah, into English on the do now, por favor.
Okay.
Muy bien, gracias, Ricardo. See ya. So, porque is just 2 words. Why, right? So if we're trying to answer the word why by saying, why did you sit here? You can start that sentence. Because I like them, right? There it is. All right. Got a little less than a minute to translate this into English. See, Henny? It took me about a month for me. Yeah. I grow my facial hair pretty slowly though, so you know. Yeah, let's start getting the chin strap and stuff.
The chin strap.
For football. It's a mess with the mask. It's very
Yeah, it looks pretty scary.
you know, I think you would lining up against the opponents.
Yeah.
All right, vamos.
Well, we played against a team last year that was in 8th grade, and the kid had a tattoo on his calf. Tattoo on his calf and the
Shoot.
As an 8th grade.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. We gotta hit this, or we won't have enough time. So let me direct your attention real quick. This is all reviewing pretty much everything from last week, right? We've got ser in there, some form of ser. We've got an adjective that's got to agree, and then we've got some vocab along with gustar. So this phrase encompasses all of that. This is a really big, kind of like difficult sentence. So we'll click over to it. So a ustedes, right? A ustedes no les gusta comer las verduras porque no son muy sabrosas. So this is like one big sentence. And it's got little chunks all throughout that are the various vocab and grammar stuff that we've done in the past. So let's go ahead and translate this guy. So let's do this first section up to les gusta. Who wants to translate that in English for me? Ricardo?
I completely forgot for a second. You all do not like to.
Yeah, y'all don't like to. And then let's go. What's this next section? Hemi, what do we got here? Comer las verduras.
Vegetables.
Yeah, so y'all don't like to eat vegetables, right? Eating vegetables does not please y'all, a ustedes. And then why not, right? Why not? Evan?
Because they are not very tasty.
Yeah, they're not very tasty, right? Porque no son muy sabrosas. So let's break this down, right? So we've got that gustar phrase in here. We know that gustar has two forms. We either see gusta or gustan, right? And so what's the difference between those two? Gusta and gustan. Gustan is plural, right? Something that is plural. So in this section, right, we've got las verduras, and those are plural. But what specifically is not pleasing to y'all?
Eating.
Eating, right? It's the act of eating. So comer, right, is a singular thing. That's why we use gusta here, right? Les responds to ustedes, gusta with comer. And then we say that we don't like to eat the vegetables because, right? Because now we're describing the vegetables, because they, right, porque no son, right? And so that's our ser in the sentence. They are not muy sabrosas. So sabrosas, tasty, right? That's describing the vegetables now. And two things have to agree between those nouns and those adjectives. What are they? Gender and number. Muy bien, Ava. Thank you. And thank you, Tyler. So gender and number, right? So we've got verduras. Is that feminine or masculine? Feminine. And is it singular or plural? Awesome. So what do we have to do if we had sabroso? What do we have to change it to? We have to make it into
Sabrosas.
sabrosas, right? We need to make it feminine. We need to make it plural, right? So that those can all match. This is like one sentence that basically puts all of our grammar and stuff together, which is a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Spanish time activity. You can go ahead and close your do now, and then go to Canvas, and I want you to pull up. There's an SW Spanish time activity, and it says why. And so that's going to bring up this data collection sheet. And I want you to go ahead and make a copy of that and save it for yourself. And while you're pulling that up, I'll go ahead and start talking a little bit about the scrimmage from last week. So we got a class average 76%, pretty solid, right in line with all the other sections of the class. And so this was a tough scrimmage. Like we saw this one coming, and so the section that we struggled the most on out of that scrimmage was our adjective agreement, right? So they have to agree in what 2 ways with the noun? Number and gender, right? Gender and number. So they're either masculine or feminine. They're either singular or plural, right? So we look at that noun, we look at that main word, we see if it is masculine or if it's feminine, and then how we make that adjective agree with it. And we're going to use a form of ser in there when we say that it is or they are, right, when we describe things. And so we definitely struggled there. So what we're going to do is we're going to review Gustar and we're going to review vocab, but we're going to also use certain phrases to say, why do you like that or why do you not like that? And we're going to describe those items. So the rest of the class is going to be all Spanish time, all right? We'll take little breaks in between, and we'll go from round to round, but we're going to talk to each other, and we're going to be asking each other questions. And so we're going to make sure that we're like totally comfortable with this before we jump into it, because it is a lot, but it's a really good review for our exam coming up on Friday, right? So we've got an exam on Friday. So really quick, we've got some helpful phrases and some adjectives that we're going to want to use today while we're doing the Spanish time activity. So I'm going to go ahead and say some of these, and I want you all to translate them into English for me. So bueno or buena, good, right? Malo or mala, bad. Deliciosa, deliciosa.
I wonder what it is.
I think it's delicious, right? Sabrosa, sabrosa.
Tasty.
Asco and asca. Oh, gross, disgusting, right? Horrible, terrible, terrible, right? So these are all
I
adjectives for
thought those two
describing.
were just in English, and I was like, what?
No, these are just for describing food, right? And so we can say, you know, the food is gross, the food is good, the food is bad, right? So these are all adjectives at your disposal. We want to make sure that while we're speaking that they line up in gender and number, right? So if you're talking about something that is feminine and something that is plural, and you're trying to use the adjective asco, we need to make it ascas, right? Muy bien. So some other helpful phrases, right? Creo que,
I think.
right? That's how we turn it into an opinion. I think. No creo que,
I don't think.
I don't think, I don't believe that, right? Para la salud, for your health, right? For the health. So we can say something is good for your health, something is bad for your health, right? Es mi favorito or son mis favoritos.
Is my favorite, is their favorite.
Is my favorite, is they are my favorites, right? So those are helpful phrases that we can use here. But the real nitty gritty of it, right? So we'll go down, we'll look at round one, and we'll talk through this. So basically what's going to happen, you're going to be interviewing, you're going to be talking to somebody. And so you're going to ask, do you like this? And so we have 4 food items in each round. So we're going to say, for example, el pastel, right? What's el pastel?
A cake or
Cake, pastries, right? Muy bien.
cake.
So,
Cake.
te gusta el pastel? Do you like the cake? That's the first question, right? Te gusta el pastel? So we either respond, sí, sí, and then we want to rephrase the sentence, right? Sí, me gusta el pastel, right? Or no, no me gusta el pastel, right? And so you will record that, oh, okay, my partner, yes, they like it, no, they do not. And then you need to ask them why they do or don't like that thing. So let's say that I'm talking to Hemi, for example. So Hemi, I'm going to say, ¿te gusta el pastel?
Sí.
And then tell me, sí, I like the cake, right?
Sí, me gusta el pastel.
Muy bien. And so now I'll ask him, why do you like the cake? ¿Por qué te gusta el pastel? So how are we're gonna want to start this off with because, right? So what's that? ¿Por qué, right? ¿Por qué? And now we need to describe the cake. We need to say something about the cake that makes us like it.
Delicioso.
Sí, and perfecto, right? Sí, porque el pastel es delicioso. Muy bien, muy bien. So we've got all these different adjectives up here for us to decide that. We can also say, oh, you know, it's my favorite. They are my favorites. If we think that they're good, but we don't like them. We can say they're good for your health, but I don't like it. Your reasoning for saying why or why you don't like things is totally up to you. Like you have full independence over that. Because this is like an authentic conversation. Like you're actually finding this information out about your partners, right? So when you write this down, you write down their reasoning why. I want you to write the full sentence that they say. And it's gonna be in a full sentence. Porque, right? Because, and then because it's delicious, because it's good for your health. I don't like it because it's terrible, right? So we'll need a full sentence here. We need a yes or no here, right? So let's do one more example. We'll do zanahorias together. Will somebody ask me about zanahorias? Yeah, Ricardo.
¿Qué te gustan las zanahorias?
So we want to use te gustan. Muy bien, muy bien. So you ask me, do I like them? I'll say, sí, me gustan las zanahorias.
¿Por qué te gustan las zanahorias?
Perfecto, muy bien. So he's asking, why do I like them, right? So I'll respond to him, I'll say, I can either say because, or I could say, me gustan las zanahorias porque, right? I like them because, porque las zanahorias son buenas para la salud. I like them because they're good for the health. You can type that down, good to go, right? Son ascas, right? We can say they're disgusting, whatever. Go through, we'll do all four of those with one partner. You'll ask them, ¿qué comida le gusta más? Or ¿qué comida te gusta más? What food do you like the most? Pick one of these out of the list and tell them that that's the one that you like the most. Once we're done with round one, we'll swap, we'll get a new partner, we'll go to round two. Different food items on round two. How does that sound? Any questions, any comments, any concerns? See you, Ava.
When we write this, do you want it in Spanish or English?
You can put sí or no here, and then I want you to put their Spanish answer here. Muy bien. Gracias. Thank you for the question, Ava. All right. So I will give you guys about 5 minutes. We'll go totally in Spanish here. And so again, like all of our other Spanish time activities, make sure that mask is up, over the nose, and preferably make the first couple of partners be people you can talk to while still at your desk, all right? We're gonna try to stay as tight as we can. Once we start getting to round 3 or 4, we'll get up and move a little bit, all right? Sound good? All right. The bandera's going up in 3, 2, 1. All right, todo español, vamos.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Sí.
No. Bueno.
Muy bien, gracias. David, gracias, Eva.
No sé.
Me gustan
¿Qué?
porque
¿Qué?
bueno la salud.
Sí, muy bien. Muy bien.
¿Te gusta las zanahorias?
No. Porque no te gusta los tomates.
¿Te gusta el pastel?
Porque no te gusta
¿No?
las zanahorias.
Sí, me gusta.
Sí.
¿Por qué te gusta el pastel?
¿Te gusta el pastel?
Porque delicioso.
El pastel es delicioso.
Sí. Te gusta el pastel?
¿Te gusta los tomates?
¿Por qué te gusta?
¿Te gustan los tomates?
Sí, te gusta los tomates.
¿Por qué te gustan los tomates?
Zanahorias?
Te gustan los tomates.
¿Por qué te gusta?
Porque menos
¿Crees que los tomates son malos?
¿Te gusta la leche?
Oh, sí.
Sí y no.
¿Los tomates son malos? Sí, sí, sí. Oh,
no
yo
me gusta
creo
la leche.
que los tomates son buenos. Yo creo, pero
¿Por qué
está
te
bien.
gusta la leche?
¿Te gusta los tomates?
No me gusta la leche porque
¿Por qué?
¿Tú bueno? ¿Tú bueno? ¿Tú bueno?
Sí.
¿Por qué te gusta
¿Te
los
gusta
tomates?
leche?
¿Te gusta la leche?
¿Por qué te gusta?
Son buenos para los
¿Qué?
me gusta el chocolate. Leche.
La leche de chocolate, sí.
Leche de...
¿De chocolate?
No me gusta la
Del chocolate.
Es como ensalada de fruta, ¿sí?
Ah.
Leche de chocolate. Pero también puede ser la leche de pastel. No sé el adjetivo, como adjetivo de chocolate. No sé. Pero sí, la leche de chocolate funciona bien, sí.
Gracias.
Sí, por supuesto.
Yo.
Me gustan las zanahorias.
Sí.
¿Te gusta la leche?
Porque bueno para la salud.
¿Por
Te
qué te
gusta
gusta la
el
leche?
pastel.
Creo que tomates es malas.
Me gusta el pastel. Me gusta comer el pastel.
Sí.
Porque te gusta el pastel.
Pero que
Porque leche
Es
es
sabroso.
delicioso.
y malo para la salud.
Ok, una pausa. Hace una pausa. ¿Me puedes ver? ¿Sí? Time out. A pause, ¿sí? Una pausa de español. A Spanish pause. We'll take this down.
English.
English, ¿sí? Una pausa de español. So we can pause in Spanish, we can hit English. How was it? We think we
That's
got...
pretty good.
I struggled on how to say chocolate milk there for a second.
That's not bad. But thank you for going out to try something new. All right. So we think we got some info down about our partners. Something, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and ask real quick. I'm gonna ask you about your partner. All right. So I'm gonna ask. So I'll start over here, right? So I'll ask Evan. I'm gonna ask Evan about Tim because I know that they just talked, right? So Evan, a Tim le gustan los tomates.
No.
So a Tim no le gustan los tomates.
A Tim no les gusta el pastel.
Oh, sí. No le gusta el pastel. Tim?
What did you do?
No te gusta el pastel.
He doesn't like it.
Me gusta. Pasta.
Okay, okay.
The confusion is like,
No te gustan, no te gustan los tomates, okay. Evan, ¿por qué no le gustan los tomates? So did you guys see we swapped from te to le, right? I'm asking Evan about him. So it's not te and me anymore. I'm saying a Tim le gusta, right? So why does Tim not like tomatoes, right? So a Tim, ¿por qué no le gustan los tomates?
Creo que tomates es malos.
So, él cree que los tomates son malos. Tim, ¿crees que los tomates son malos? Sí. Okay, muy bien. Okay, muy bien. So, Silas, a Elliot le gusta el pastel?
No.
No, Elliot, ¿no te gusta el pastel? ¿Por qué no te gusta el pastel?
¿Qué?
¿Crees que el pastel es malo? Oh,
¿Es malo para la salud o es malo?
Oh, está bien.
how do you say excuse me in Spanish?
All right. So now that we know a few things, we've asked a few different things. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna swap partners. We're gonna start again, and we're gonna do it on round 2. Clase. Olas aquí, por favor. We're good? Any questions? Cool. All right. Swap partners, and we're gonna do list 2, round 2. All right. Vamos. Y todo español en 3,
All of them? Okay.
2, y 1. Todo español.
¿En dónde?
Te gusta el jugo de naranja.
¿Dónde?
Curious. Muy bien.
Te gusta
Michaela Ricardo. Muy bien. Hola. Puede ser un grupo de 3. Un grupo de 3.
Sí. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Le gusta el
sí.
Sí, me gusta.
Sí, me gusta muy comer el helado. What?
¿Te gusta
How
mucho
dare.
el helado? Sí.
Sí.
perfecto. Okay, el helado.
Es bien. Sí. Me gusta comer el helado porque es bien, es bueno, es sabrosa, es delicioso.
Le gusta la luchega.
La luchega.
No, me gusta la leche.
Me gusta muy la luchega.
Wait,
Me gusta muy comer la luchega.
es mi favorito. Okay, la luchega.
¿Por qué la luchega comer? Es because es bueno para la salud y delicioso.
Te gusta
Le gustan los
Me gusta muy bien. Me gusta comer los huevos. Los huevos es ¿Por qué me gustan los huevos? Es bien bueno para la salud.
Creo que 2, ¿sí? Sí, la misma cosa.
Sí.
Sí, la misma cosa. Entonces,
Le gusta las fresas.
Le gusta.
¿te gusta elevado?
Me gusta más y menos comer las fresas.
Entonces, y después,
Sí, más y menos.
¿por qué?
¿Por qué?
It's very.
Oh, las fresas.
No.
Elevado no es buena.
No. What?
Agrio.
Es
muy agrio.
Delicioso.
Es
Entonces, Silas,
agrio.
¿te gusta el helado?
Las frescas es muy agrio.
Sí,
No.
más y menos.
Agrio.
No.
Agrio.
Y
No.
después,
Agrio.
No.
Agrio.
No.
Le gusta la
Las fresas no agrio.
¿es bueno? Muy bien.
Sí. Es
No.
agrio.
No.
Sí.
No.
Bueno, las frescas es agrio.
No agrio.
Bueno, las frescas es agrio.
Ya, de nada.
Oh.
¿Cómo va? ¿Cómo va?
Porque la cerveza.
Oh, no, gracias.
Los fresas.
¿Cómo va?
Es muy agrio.
Sí, sí.
Agrio.
Es muy anaranjado también. Anaranjado. El color, sí.
Anaranjado naranja.
Sí, anaranjado y naranja, muy bien. Michaela, ¿te gusta la lechuga?
¿Qué te gustan los
No me gusta.
Sí, no te gusta la lechuga, entonces no te gusta la ensalada tampoco.
No me gusta.
No me gusta.
Me gusta la lechuga y no me gusta la ensalada.
Ok, interesante, interesante, sí.
A veces.
A veces sí, a veces. Y a mí también, a veces me encanta la ensalada, pero no todos los días.
¿Cómo se dice bra en español?
Sí.
Se llama bra, sí.
Amo bra.
Las fresas es mucho
Sometimes,
sabroso.
a veces.
Muy bien. Ok, casi terminados.
No excusa.
Con turno 2. ¿Uno más?
No excusa.
Ok, muy bien. Un minuto más. Un minuto más.
Porque es estúpida.
¿Me puedes poner la mascarilla? Gracias.
No.
Es estúpida. Sí. Es estúpida. Estúpida.
Palabras difíciles. David Jack, terminamos.
Yes.
Muy bien,
Sí.
perfecto. Ok, una pausa de español, ¿sí? Ok, vamos. Ok, una pausa de español. Inglés puede regresar. So English can return real quick. How was round 2? Turno 2. Was it good?
Good.
Okay.
Oh, there's round 3. Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna hit round 3.
Me gusta muy bien el jugo de naranja.
Sí, obvio. Sí, es obvio.
I got orange juice poisoning.
Okay, so
Yeah.
clase, attention up here real quick. We're gonna hit round 3. We've been doing really well. I'm super proud of you guys for going in Spanish this entire time. I've heard like actual conversation. Do you guys feel like you're like actually learning things about your opinions.
Yeah.
Like it's like a pretty authentic thing where you're like, this is what I think and this is why I think that way. Like you guys are getting to that point where you can actually communicate like that. It's super cool. It's a really cool moment. So in round 3, a couple things I want us to focus on, right? We're able to get the main idea across. Yes, I like this. No, I don't. When we're speaking, right, we've got a little bit of hombres in the back. When we're speaking, right, we kind of turn grammar to the side and we get an idea across, and that's really important and that's really great. In round 3, let's bring that attention back to the structure. So when we're talking about las uvas, when we say I like grapes, which gusta are we going to use? Gusta or gustan? Gustan, right? When we're talking about los guisantes, are we saying gusta or gustan? Gustan, right? Because los guisantes, they're plural. So let's make sure that our gusta and our gustan are getting pronounced. And then if we're asking somebody, te gusta, right? Do you like this? And then we want to respond with me gusta, right? Me gusta. Sound good? And then at the end, let's add in this last question. ¿Qué comida le gusta más? What are we asking here? ¿Qué comida le gusta más?
What do you like more?
Yeah, what do they like more, right? What food do you like the most? So then let's add that to the list. What food do you like the most out of this list? What's your favorite on this list, right? So I can say mi favorita es el jugo de naranja, or mi favorita son las uvas, right? So let's add that, right? So we'll give it we'll give about 7 minutes on this round. We'll go back, we'll swap partners again. Todo español. So go ahead and go find a new partner, and then we'll start Spanish there, okay? Vamos.
Oh shoot. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You and me, bud. Oh yeah, but now he's coming over here. That person.
Es estúpido. Es estúpido.
Well, that's enough. I can just kind of say,
Cálmate con las palabras.
I will do it again.
Oh.
Ricardo, por favor. Okay, are we ready? Sí. Todo español en 3, 2, 1, vamos. Turno 3. Cero, muy bien, gracias. Turno 3.
¿Qué comida ¿Qué comida les gusta más? El jugo de naranja y las uvas.
Arroz. ¿Cómo se dice?
El arroz en español? Es rice.
Porque
Gracias.
oh, actually.
Le gustan.
Sí, me gusta.
¿Te gustan las uvas más del jugo de naranja?
Me gustó el jugo de naranja.
El jugo de naranja.
Pues nada.
¿Son buenas?
¿Qué comida les gusta más? Los guisantes y la manzana.
Las uvas verdes
O la manzana. Check.
Sí.
Estoy de acuerdo.
Porque
Me gustan más las
¿Qué te gusta las uvas?
P.
Me gusta la manzana o guisantes.
¿Te gusta los
me gusta
¿Qué comida les gusta más? ¿Los guisantes o la manzana?
porque
esa. Es sabroso.
¿Te gusta la
Me gusta la manzana.
Estoy de acuerdo.
porque
Y your turn.
¿Qué?
En español.
¿Qué?
¿Qué comida me gusta más?
Oh, sí, sí.
Me gusta más el jugo de naranja. El jugo de naranja. Porque es delicioso. Y adictivo. Es sabrosa, es bueno, es delicioso. No hace mal.
sí,
Como se dice. Como se dice.
Ricardo.
Cálmate.
¿Cómo se dice? It's not that good.
Pues, varias maneras, ¿sí? ¿Sí? ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿Estás hablando de jugo de naranja?
Sí.
Sí, puede ser que el jugo de naranja no sé, es un poco bueno, es algo bueno, es un poco bueno, un poco malo.
porque
Pues, ¿te gustan los guisantes? Los guisantes son pequeños, verdes, ¿sí? Hay muchos. Sí, sí, sí. ¿Te gustan los guisantes?
La manzana.
Y a mí no me gustan los guisantes. Yo creo que son horribles. Ya sé.
No me gustan los
Michaela, ¿y a ti te gustan los guisantes?
me gusta
No me gustan también. Pero en un como like chicken pot pie, sí, los
Muy
guisantes, deliciosos.
Muy bien.
Sí, sí. Todo el tiempo dice amigo, ¿sí? ¿Te gustan los guisantes o no?
Tomar tu comida, ustedes.
Los guisantes.
El frijoles.
Isaac, no estoy de acuerdo. Cooper, ¿te gustan las uvas o no?
¿Sí?
¿Sí?
No.
¿Te gustan las uvas verdes o las uvas rojas?
Me gusta ser muy bien.
Sí.
¿Te gustan las uvas verdes?
Los guisantes, muy good. Sí.
Okay, alright. Una pausa
Guisantes, muy good.
final. Last pause. English is back. We're about to hit the
Peas.
2-minute
Peas and
Muy bien. Hey, you guys just got a whole class period in Spanish. Give yourself a hand.
We're awesome.
I actually
Oh
did hate
yeah.
that. I was like, at first I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate that as much as I hate Tim. No.
Okay, go ahead and pack up. I'm gonna come around and spray desks.
Dang, you're really gonna attack me.
You got an issue, Tim?